Welcome back from the break, Rams. I am Jared Stratton, here to catch you up on what's going on in the world of CSU athletics. Yesterday, the women's basketball team took on the top-ranked team in the Mountain West, Boise State, with one of the most intense games of the season. Now this game, Grace Calavalo tried her best to keep the Rams in this game, but she could not hold on, especially after overtime. And that final score from that game was 72-63 in favor of Boise State. Although this was a Rams' sixth straight loss in a row, they were still able to give the top team in their conference a good run for their money. The Rams will have a chance to prove themselves again this Saturday against the New Mexico Lobos, who are in second-place team in the Mountain West. That game will be at 2 in the afternoon at Moby Arena. The men's basketball team also took on Boise State yesterday with a completely different outcome. This game was played in Boise State, with the Rams and the Broncos having the exact same record going into this game. The final score of the game was 76-62 with the Rams on top. This was a Rams' first win at Boise State in almost 30 years. Unlike the rest of the year, the Rams shot lights out on offense, especially when they shot for 70% in the second half. This wasn't just easy layups either. They were shooting 40% from beyond the arc on that day. The Rams also managed to have 5 players in double-digit scoring, which is insane for this Rams team. This was the Rams' 12th win of the season, which officially marks an improvement from last year with their 11-win total. Nico Carvacho is still on pace to shatter the single-season rebound mark for CSU and passed NBA All-Star Kawhi Leonard in double-doubles and Mountain West play. The Rams' next game will be against the New Mexico Lobos, who have a similar record, 11-6. That game will be at New Mexico this Saturday at 8 in the evening. Since today is the last day of Black History Month, Jessica Mendoza spoke to members of the CSU volleyball team about their experiences as black athletes on a majority-white team.
14 teammates, 3 coaches, and 1 court bring these women together. With today, February 28th, being the last day of Black History Month, it is important to recognize those who represent the community and the challenges that they still face.
When I started playing club, I noticed that I was more of a minority, but my 16s or 17s year, we had our entire team was majority African American girls, and then coming to college, it was like the switch of that.
A switch that shows just how underrepresented players like Jessica Jackson and Brianna Runnels are in the NCAA. Only 11% of all NCAA women's volleyball players are African American.
So I've been really blessed to be on really diverse teams and really people who are open-minded, so I haven't really experienced any discrimination.
The women are even more underrepresented at CSU, with only 2.4% of students identifying as African American. However, CSU and the Black African American Cultural Center is always working to make sure that the 2.4% is not being overlooked.
The back office puts on a whole Black History Month events. They do events every couple of days. And last week there was a keynote speaker, Eric Thomas. He came in and talked to us just about being successful and being the best that we can be given the circumstances that we're in.
On the court, Runnels and Jackson have shown their best by leading their team to the NCAA tournament. Runnels tallied a career high of 454 kills, while Jackson appeared in all 31 matches and added 234 kills, all in the 2018 season. But they couldn't have done it on their own.
My mom is definitely someone I look up to. She's definitely a big inspiration. She's very supportive, and she's just always there, to be there for my dreams.
I really look up to Kim Badinga. She's been a great role model for me lately as I have been trying to figure out grad school and what I want to do after undergrad. I've been talking to her a lot and trying to figure it out, and she's really just been supportive of me and been there as a mentor.
From those who inspire them to those who find inspiration from Runnels and Jackson, there is nothing that can keep this team from being a family.
And everybody is like my sisters, and I love them like they're my sisters.
Reporting for CTV Sports, I'm Jessica Mendoza.
The volleyball team will be back for their spring season on March 30th. Well, you know what time it is. It's a 1-minute challenge where I fit in as much sports news as possible in all under 1 minute. So let's get that timer started. Let's start with the crazy week in the NFL. Demaryius Thomas is arrested for vehicular assault charges from earlier in February, and Jason Witten is making his NFL comeback with the Cowboys and leaving the Monday Night Football staff. Kyler Murray's measurables came in, and he's 5'10", 207 pounds, which will tremendously help his draft stock. And Jonah Williams wasn't even the top of the bench presses for O-lineman. DK Metcalf is also still looking like a top wide receiver with a 6'3" frame at the combine. In the NBA, Dwayne Wade and LeBron James both called games with their last-second shots. LeBron beat the Pelicans, and D. Wade beat the Warriors. With the Warriors' loss, the Nuggets are now only a half game behind the West after beating the Thunder by 9 points on Tuesday. And in the MLB, Bryce Harper finally signed a deal, and it was worth $330 million over 13 years for the Phillies, making it the biggest deal in MLB history. The contract also consists of no opt-outs, so his contract will end when he's 39 years old. And the NHL, Matt Duchene of the Colorado Avalanche was traded to the Columbus Blue Jackets for draft picks and future prospects. In his debut for the Blue Jackets, he scored 3 points in a win over the Senators. Ooh, I got a little cocky at the end there. That was really fun. Well, that's all the sports I have for tonight, but make sure to check Collegian.com or follow us on Twitter on CTV_CTV. I am Jared Stratton, and after the break, Lauren Arcutt brings a look into the new art exhibit dedicated to LGBTQ history. So don't go anywhere.